2, 3, 4. Hi, I'm Anthony Marinelli, and today I'm here to show you the iconic intro sound to the song Tom Sawyer. Very iconic sound. This was at a period of time where rock bands were starting to introduce synthesizers into the mix, and in this particular instance, done in a very influential way, because the sound, as soon as you hear the sound, you know what song it is. So I loved how they were doing these types of things, and it's a bass sound, so it works really well with the drum intro. Now, for all I know, there was just a drum, intro by itself, and then adding this bass, intro gives you just sort of another level of interest. I can show you how the song's constructed on the actual model synthesizer that was used. This isn't the actual Oberheim OBX, but it is the model that they used in the session. So the sound consists of pulse waves, 2 pulse waves that are in unison, and they're at equal volume levels. So we can start there. The pulse waves have a little bit of pulse width modulation, so I'll let you hear what that sounds like. If I play the note, I'll play it with a wide open filter. No pulse width modulation. Kind of flat, adding pulse width mod. You hear how the sound churns a little? No pulse width mod, pulse width mod. A little bit of fatness there. There's no vibrato, and the speed of the pulse width modulation is about 5 or 6, cycles per second, and it's just a sine wave. So you can hear it again. Like if it were a square wave, it would sound like that. But sine wave, the right speed, the right depth, just gives you the churn. And that's a very characteristic, sound of the OBX. Then we go to the filter, and you notice that I'm turning a knob. I'm controlling the timing of the overall sweep of the sound, but the basic sound is constructed by just modulating the filter with this filter envelope, like so. So it's just using the decay time to the right amount. So that's too fast. So I get the decay kind of right where it should be. No sustain level. And then the VCA envelope shape is simply sustain all the way up. So that's the sound. Well, now what's missing? It's not quite bright enough. So the overall shape of the sound, I'm doing it manually. I'm controlling it manually. And the way I heard it on the record, the overall sweep happens over 1 bar. So that's 4 beats. So you can listen to how this occurs. And then it sits there. Now I wouldn't be able to do that automatically with just the envelope generators, because I need the initial to happen. So internally it's doing it on its own, and then I can control the timing with the initial filter cutoff frequency. Now there's a lot of resonance on this sound, right? Here's no resonance. Pretty boring. And a characteristic of the OBX that's unlike pretty much any other synthesizer, Oberheim, it's a characteristic of Oberheim synthesizers. When you crank up the resonance, you don't lose bass. No resonance, resonance. You hear how there's still fundamental in the bass? There's still boom. Most synthesizers, when you turn the resonance all the way up, you're going to lose bass. So this particular sound requires a very special filter, and if you don't have one, you can compensate for it by bringing up some sine wave into the filter or into the mixer or into the VCA, so you can keep some of that fundamental into the sound. But Oberheim has it, so it's a great model of synth to use for bass sounds that have a lot of resonance. So again, play the note, sweep it over the course of 4 beats, and then it's a unison sound. So Here's not in unison. 2-octave sound. Good, but not as wide as all the oscillators. So I have 16 oscillators on one note because it's an 8-voice OBX. So I get 8 voices times 2 because there's 2 oscillators. And then detune is helpful, even with unison. Unison, but then unison detune. Starts to tear more. And those are all the important things. So to summarize, 2 pulse waves, pulse width modulation that's moving at about 5 to 6 cycles per second using a sine wave. The filter, you have to set the filter to work automatically, filter modulation, with just decay from the filter envelope. And then the VCA, just full sustain, a lot of resonance, unison mode, and detune. Tom Sawyer intro. If you'd like more of these videos, please like and subscribe to our channel. We have a great team. We look forward to making these videos for you every week. And if you do that, we can keep them coming. So look forward to more iconic sounds and more interviews and more fun things. And we're listening to your suggestions. So see you soon.